Are you interested in providing results-driven treatment services? Join a team of like-minded individuals who share your passion and support your success. With more than 1,000 franchised locations in 49 states, Massage Envy is not only the nation's #1 provider of massage services collectively across its franchise network, but also a national leader in skincare. Start or grow your career at a Massage Envy franchised location. Visit massageenvy.com/SDcareers for full details. DMK is unlike any skincare company on earth. Named after visionary founder Danae Montague King, DMK is committed to providing individualized products and treatment plans that heal skin on the cellular level, whether the condition concerns pigmentation, acne, inflammation, or signs of aging. DMK is home to the original enzyme mask, the game-changing formula that sends oxygenating, tightening, and exfoliating signals into the skin to enact changes in skin structures from the inside out. DMK's business is built on empowering estheticians with education. The DMK Tool Belt and Remove, Rebuild, Protect, and Maintain concept allow estheticians to be flexible when treating clients and bringing their best skin forward. At DMK, we believe everyone deserves to feel the confidence that comes with healthy, beautiful skin. Learn more at DanaeMKing.com. That's DANNEM King.com.
Hello and welcome to ASCP's Esty Talk. I'm your co-host Maggie Staszcuk and ASCP's Education Program Manager.
And I'm Ella Cressman, licensed esthetician, ingredient junkie, and content contributor for Associated Skincare Professionals.
So we're talking all about body acne today. And I think that as estheticians, we really get caught up in ingredients, devices, trends, making our clients' skin look its most amazing. And of course, we're providing all of this to our clients with a personalized touch. But it's easy to overlook the body, and it sometimes struggles with the very same skincare woes as the face.
100%. Yes. A lot of different conditions, think about dryness, hyperpigmentation, and especially other things.
Yeah. Do you offer body treatments in your clinic?
I do, and I love them.
I love them too.
Yeah, I love them. And I do the same kind of approach as I do with the face. It is harder. It's harder because of the home care.
Oh, okay. See, I don't think about it in those terms.
It is harder because of the home care because, that's huge for me. It's a big part of everything, and you have to consider it. And there are a lot of changes. Having someone understand the value of a higher quality home care products or a home care routine is a lot harder than having them understand for the face.
Yeah.
Like they value the face so much more. So it really is about understanding what they do. A lot of their, same thing with a consultation, what are their lifestyle habits? What are they using currently? And then what does your skin need is the next question. And then evaluating, okay, how am I going to get them to get off of the, maybe it's the Vaseline with cocoa butter or like Jergens or whatever, and understand that you really need some of these nutrients in the skin because you are telling me you have this and we can see it together. So it is a little difficult for that, but it's attainable. And sometimes really, really understanding that marriage of in-clinic. So I find that if you look at, usually they're coming to you for problem areas, right?
Yeah.
Crepiness or hyperpigmentation or especially acne. So if you're focusing on those areas, then there's more of a buy-in because there's obviously progress. And so the home, like come on, body treatments feel so good.
Mm-hmm.
For me, they're way more enjoyable than a face treatment. And I know that my skin needs it. And so it's easier to focus on that after they've bought into the fact that it's corrective too.
For me, the hardest thing with treating body acne with my clients is understanding the root cause of that problem.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be so many things. Oftentimes, I think we jump to hormones or, we're like you're talking, what is their product usage? But it could be beyond that. It could be their laundry detergent.
Mm-hmm.
It could be maybe they do steroids or, diet and nutrition is also playing a factor. But let's back it up for just a minute and talk about what is body acne in general. And It's exactly what it sounds like. Everybody knows, but it's most common on the back, the neck, the chest, and décolleté area. But people may experience it in other areas too.
And in like the inner thigh, for sure you see that.
Yeah.
Other crevices or like areas of friction, like on your butt cheeks, for example. There's definitely opportunity for acne in those areas too.
Yeah, absolutely. It's estimated that 50% of people with acne on the face also have acne on the back. And acne affects nearly 80% of people at some point in their lives.
I just had that today. I went to the bank this morning, and you can't hide it. If you're at ST, it's hard to hide it. And I have a pimple. I know you saw it, but I'm trying to cover it up with my mic. But I have a pimple, so of course the subject came out. What do you know? Don't let this fool you. I'm an esthetician. She was explaining that she had this. She pointed it out too. She had it like under her jaw. And right in the back of her neck, she was like, it's right here and it's itching and it's crazy and I don't know what to do. And I was like, oh, have you switched your shampoo lately? She was like her head cocked to the side and her eyes got big. She's like, yeah. And I go, and how often do you wash your hair? She's like, once a week. And I'm like, well, it might have something to do with it. So it was an interesting come together here.
Totally. So there are roughly 6 different types of acne lesions, if you will, that can occur not just on the face, but also on the body. So starting first with blackheads or comedones, everybody knows them. It is open. It is black. It's easy to extract.
You know, my favorite ones it's like almost right in between a blackhead and a whitehead, and they're right in reach, and you can see them and you can hear them. That's the best part. You can hear them. And they're like, it's not keratosis pilaris, but it's something similar. And I think it might be mechanica potentially, or it might be just like dehydration. But they're just these bumps that you get on like the back of your arm and the side of your arm, and you can just squeeze. And then out pops this like hair follicle, like a little hair with this round bead on it. So it's not a whitehead and it's not a blackhead. It's kind of right in between. And those are so my favorite.
Oh, so fun.
And then there's those whiteheads that you have in other different areas. Like you can see them, especially on the backs, like when you're doing a back facial or some kind of a back treatment, the whiteheads they're not oxidized yet, but they come out bowling pins. Usually on the body, it seems like the tissue under the is more pliable. So it's thinner at the top, like a wine bottle. So sometimes on the face, you see the bowling pins, and these are like wine bottles or softer.
Papules are also really common, especially I find that my clients coming in who are experiencing acne lower on the back, or they'll also get it low on the chest, they're dealing with papules and even pustules, but papules are going to be the inflamed, no pus present, just a red pimple.
And then pustules, of course, are the inflamed, the angry version of that.
Nodules are going to be a large papule remains under the skin.
Oh, you know where you get those a lot? Inner thigh. Big time on the inner thigh, or around, like literally on the butt cheeks. Those are 2 really common places, and we've seen them a lot. Those who have done bikini waxes know exactly what I'm talking about. And I think that is, I mean, it's hard to say as a non-doctor, but usually, in my opinion, those are friction related.
I agree.
And then they get infected for whatever reason or stuck for whatever reason. But those can be so painful for people. You can see them. They're just bumps under the skin. And sometimes they'll have a baby, like a pinhead that's white. I've seen them on the back too. That being said, between a nodule and a cyst, or the ones that come together under the skin, they canalize together. Be careful too. Be careful with extracting those because you don't want to make it worse. The other thing to watch out for, especially on the back, is sebaceous cysts. Totally different from an acne cyst in a lot of ways, in color and in smell. They smell like belly button is the best way to put it. Like they smell like belly button, and it's really gross, and they're actually wet skin cells that come out of there. And you can extract them, but they're always going to come back. So as an esthetician, it's not a good idea to try to extract a sebaceous cyst. That's something that the doctor has to remove because they have to get all of the lining, because the lining is producing extra keratinocytes in the follicle. It's crazy.
So let's talk about the causes of body acne. Genetics and hormones, we touched on that earlier, but this is one of the major causes, especially for back and chest acne and even on the sides of the neck. if hormones are out of balance, and also genetics, if it's something that runs in the family. This is a common cause for those types of breakouts.
You mentioned people who are on steroids. So there's the HRT, hormone replacement therapy. And then I have this huge population. I accidentally got a lot of clients who are in the fitness competition world or the bodybuilding world. And so there was this influence of hormone changes, whether it was supplemental but really like their exercise program and their diets, that initiates an endogenous change anyways. So the places they would break out quite significantly would be the back for sure, because of the change in the shift inspired by none of my business, or perhaps like diet where they're going from just a normal diet to these changes in insulin where they're eating boiled chicken and broccoli, whatever it was, but absolutely.
And of course, things like excess sebum production, bacteria, clogged pores, inflammation, that's all the makings for breakouts. So your client who is innocently only showering, say, once a week, this could be contributing to breakouts on the body. The thing about the body compared to the face, it doesn't have as many sebaceous glands as the face does. But somebody who, by design, by genetics, has more oily skin certainly could be experiencing excess sebum production and more acne breakouts compared to somebody who's more dry-skinned. But regardless of skin type, if they are not properly cleansing the body or using the wrong type of products, for instance, will have acne breakouts.
Oh, for sure, an imbalance. And so really that's what's happening is the body's trying to put itself back into balance. It's overproducing, it's underproducing, it's not leveling. So this is where product intervention is really important. And with product intervention, making sure it's the right kind of product, because there are some products that will help leveling out, help balancing all of those things. The signal for sebum production, the level of bacteria that's on the good bacteria versus bad bacteria, and then the exfoliation that limits the opportunity for the clogging of the pores. That said, there is still some products that can leave residue. So you want to make sure it's the right type of, where Bed Bath & Beyond smells great, but it could potentially interfere with that homeostasis. So when it's out of balance, you could have inflammation, and inflammation leads to acne.
Totally. And I think those products that are extra perfumey, when we're talking about product residue and you're smelling it when you're coming out of the shower, you know it's staying on the skin.
Oh, yeah. Dang it.
Yeah. Sweaty clothes is a big one. And I know you and I have talked about this, Ella, like your workout clothes with the elastic band, and you have that acne mechanica going on.
Oh, yeah.
That friction from your workout clothes can contribute to acne.
Oh, well, not mine, because I'm just going real slow. If I get acne from you need to call somebody.
Okay.
I'm just stretching. I am not running. If I'm running, you too. Go. I'm sorry.
No, you're all good. That was funny. I lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
Also, if going back to the whole bathing yourself in good self-care, if you're working out and then not washing that sweat from the body, you're going to have bacteria, clogged pores, and inflammation.
So how do we address this? What are we looking for at home so that our body skin is as supple, as youthful, and keeping them guessing as long as they are when they're staring at our beautiful face?
Yeah, this is where the estheticians are retailing to their clients.
Yeah.
So I know there's a lot of product lines that sell wipes and body wash, oftentimes coupled with glycolic or salicylic acid. Be sure that your clients are using the proper body lotions that aren't going to be clogging the pores.
Yeah. So ingredients. And you see, this is the thing. We talked about it last year. Our last podcast, we talked about the evolution of product development and how things are changing. And this is one thing, like the body products are changing, where you see more retinols inside of body lotions.
Yeah.
Or body treatments. And then you also have opportunities to take some things that are for the face and transfer them to the body that have maybe salicylic acid. And in some cases, maybe it's that point where you might need benzoyl peroxide for a spell.
I love benzoyl peroxide. I know that's a controversial ingredient, but I use it regularly.
You do?
Yeah.
On your face?
Anywhere.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
What do you think about benzoyl peroxide is the most important thing to think about? What is there like a consideration for you? Do you use it every day?
No, I use it as a spot treatment. And I know that there are product lines that will sell like benzoyl peroxide lotions, even as a quote unquote lotion. For me, it is still a spot treatment. But I will consider it for ingrown hairs, use it on the bikini line. If you have a breakout face, body, wherever, spot it and treat it. And what's great for me about benzoyl peroxide, as all of you estheticians I'm sure know, it's bringing oxygen to that follicle and it's targeting the bacteria. And there's no other ingredient that I think does that better.
That's cool. See, that's key. I was hoping you were going to say that because we didn't have to fight, because I think that's the most important part with like a lot of different ingredients is understanding when and how to use them. This is one ingredient that I agree. It's just time and place and intention for it. So it can't be good and it can be bad.
Yeah.
And so I know some people are staunch against it in any scenario, but I agree with you on this one.
Cool.
So those are products and ingredients. Now, as far as in-clinic treatments or what to do at home, did you know there's a lot of opportunity to perform chemical peels in those areas, for example?
Yes, brilliant. Or microdermabrasion.
Microdermabrasion in those areas. Even a facial, the same like cadence that you would take from your normal facial as far as the order of application of products, similar in the back area. Or you see a lot of different body parts ending in shul, like those are the new things. And I think all along that this is opportunity to expand your menu of services, your offerings, and you're pulling that same concept in, always checking in, what does it need, and then moving forward accordingly. So there's a lot of opportunity for this. If you're not doing it, consider it.
Now, listeners, we want to hear from you. Share with us on social media through Instagram, Facebook, or by emailing getconnected@ascpskincare.com. Thank you for listening to ASCP Esty Talk. And as always, for more information on this episode or for ways to connect with Ella and myself, or to learn more about ASCP, check out the show notes.